or those who are expressing, let me call it nominations for candidates who are interested in vying for the Kawempe North MP seat on the party ticket. That is the party flag bearer. There is 1 hour, just only 1 hour left for candidates. So those that are interested in the position to present their papers, and once they have finished presenting their papers, they'll be able to be selected tomorrow or Wednesday. The NUP will officially announce who their party flag bearer is. What we know right now is that there are about 8 candidates who have all expressed interest. There were there were about 10, but 2 of them were turned away because of issues with their papers, academic qualifications. One, his papers were not certified by the National Council for Higher Education, so they say we can't use this because even the EC will have issues with us. He protested, saying, for me, I will not allow. It is the NUP that is supposed to certify my papers if I am to stand. Then there was other. But among the prominent candidates, we have Nalukola Imbazi. There's been speculation. He's called Nalukola Imbazi. And there's been a lot of speculation around from his supporters. This is one of the candidates who arrived in a bulletproof vest. And the people have been saying, this one just recently joined the party, so will he be able to represent us? But he has widespread support. There is Salim Serunkuma, who has also come on this particular seat before. And some people call him the money bags. And then there is one called Frederick Kachika, who stated while he was taking his papers, for him he said, I will give women a mother kit, women who are pregnant women, a mother kit. And after you have delivered, I promise every mother will get 200K. Reminds me of high school campaigns, right?
But just so we be clear, I know question by NUP.
No, these are NUPs. Every party that is interested.
Every party is allowed to contest.
As for the NRM, what we know so far is they're presenting one candidate. There were previously about 7 candidates, but they have decided to present Nambi as the candidate to front them. One candidate as the NRM. We have heard also about the PPP. We have heard that Sejirinya's one of his wives, baby mamas, is coming also, but as an independent candidate. So it's going to be dramatic.
If you are a baby mama in this case, would the thought cross your head, your mind?
Hey, but it would. If I qualify, if I'm a people's person, if I'm interested in politics, if I have even shown signs of supporting my husband throughout his career, people will say, the way you see Chagulani and Babi, if Babi came up and said, well, I want to take over, I'd like to maybe stand for a post as MP, there would be some sort of interest from the public, because she has been, I don't want to say handbag in terms of politics, but she has been supportive in his political career. She's been hands-on.
All right. We shall keep you posted. Amasutokaja ku tutimba ekitimba kiri www.galaxyfm.co.uk bisingawo ojja kubanga obisangawo.
Elections are on 13th of March.
What's happening in this beautiful part of Africa?
There we do have Ebola.
Excuse me?
Yeah, of course. Last week, Ebola was the Ministry of Health did announce an Ebola outbreak.
Where?
In Uganda.
Which part of Uganda?
Are you living in Uganda or living in Uganda?
No,
I'm for the weekend?
I'm getting the details. Where upon?
This guy has been all over the place. He was a health worker. He was working at Mulago National Referral Hospital. He passed on.
Oh my God.
He had presented himself with the symptoms and signs of Ebola: fever, headache, and vomiting. But then he went to Mbale. He was at Mbale Regional Referral Hospital. He was admitted for some days. He was admitted in Mulago Hospital. He went to another hospital, Muslim Islamic hospital. And then he also went to a witch doctor.
Oh, Jesus.
So he's been all over the place. The
Ministry of Health, Ebola lasted long. Ebola usually
I think
takes less than 48 hours.
5 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you see, it incubates in the body between 7 and 21 days. 27 and 21 days. That's when it starts manifesting in your body, and then the symptoms finally come out. So he was all over the place, and there are about 234 contacts that have been got as of now. And yesterday, the Ministry of Health, not the Ministry of Health spokesperson, Emmanuel Ainyobiona, confirmed that 2 more cases, close relatives, actually siblings, I think, to the deceased, have also, their samples have returned positive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for the virus. But what's happening now is there's vaccination ongoing. There's what they call candidate vaccination, if I get my facts right. There are about 2,160 doses of vaccines that have arrived, candidate vaccines, those
for
who
Ebola.
are eligible to get Ebola, and then treatments as well. So the isolated people are receiving treatment.
All right. We shall keep you posted. Make sure you better because you never know what are going. As we're concluding, what else do we have happening?
As we conclude, schools have returned and kids are going back to school. Yesterday, the spokesperson for police was giving some advice to parents and guardians about schools. One of the notable things that he mentioned was the issue of drugs. We have seen also one of the ministers come up and speak about drugs and drug abuse by kids who are going to school. Now, Chituma Rusoke, the spokesperson for police, was saying that parents, please check your children's luggage properly.
Yes.
Even teachers are the ones who are responsible for checking luggage when kids come to school. Check for sharp objects, but also for drugs. These kids are sneaking in. What did he call it? Kuba? Yeah. Kuba. They are sneaking in all sorts of drugs, sticks and all that.
I know.
And they have places where they hide them. So they are saying teachers should be vigilant.
Yes.
And parents also, while you're checking the luggage of your kids, so that there's no drug abuse in school.
Know that the challenge of drugs is serious and really needs to be paid attention to. They smuggle in Cuba, they smuggle in all sorts of, even liquor. Some students smuggle alcohol into schools. All this can be prevented if the parents and the school administration pay a little more attention to the luggage that is entering into schools.
But you know, there's some drugs that can't be even identified by teachers.
They're like sweets or stuff.
They look like salt.
Huh?
Salt.
There's also salt? As in like
there
in
are
a
drugs
pack
that
of
look
salt?
Some teachers don't know.
Oh,
my friend, drugs have advanced.
Hey.
Do you know there are some cookies that give you heights?
Yeah, I've heard of cookies, cakes and
so
stuff.
So how are you going to tell a kid like, there's no cookie to the twara? Cookies, daddies, and all that.
Oh man, like this is now terrible.
It
like
is, it is insane.
What would you do? What do you think a teacher would do?
Have you seen crystal meth? Do you know what crystal meth looks like?
Yeah.
Ice, baraf.
Yeah.
So you find like that. Would you identify it? Would you know?
No.
Exactly.
But I think if teachers are aware of some of these things, they will try to say we are banning cookies in schools, we are banning sweets in schools, we are banning all these should be sold just only in school.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
until you find out that it's actually teachers that are getting drugs from out and
distributing them to the kids.
Bueno, but meanwhile it's a dangerous situation that we're in.
Yeah.
We need to pray for our
because
children.
if we're having kids normalizing drugs,
exactly.
Some of them think just because they think like maybe if I'm doing marijuana it has health benefits, so it's okay. You know? Uncle Gundi told me, or maybe I see my mom or dad doing it and they're fine.
Just between me and you off air, have you ever smoked weed?
No, I haven't smoked weed.
We are
ever.
off air. Don't try to be.
No, I've not done weed. Seriously.
Do you want to try?
There's a time I really wanted to try, but smoking. No, I've not even drunk weed. By the way, I've
your blood has zero traces
honestly,
of weed.
Zero weed.
You're doing earth digestive.
This is the Mid-Morning Tukone 100.2 Galaxy FM.
All right, check out our website. It has more stories and our social media platforms. It's Galaxy FM UG on Instagram and X, and TikTok is 100.2 Galaxy FM. I'm also Mr. Henry everywhere. MRHENRIE. Good morning.
FM TV.